that far end. Honorable Mbogo, Menza.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to say a word about the eradication of FGM as proposed by Sessional Paper number 3 of 2019. Mr. Speaker, I think the statistics that have been shared here by the Leader of Majority and other speakers, they speak for themselves. 94% of the Somali women, they have gone through the knife. This is a serious matter, Mr. Speaker. But we need to ask ourselves, who are the victims in this case? The victims are women. But who propagates this victimization is the men. Because it's the women or the family, the mother of the family delivers, takes the baby or the girls to the quack surgeons, but with the full blessing of the father of the house. So there is need, and a serious one, that we need to carry out a serious civic education and sensitization, not only to the girls, but to the men themselves, because we are the ones who are propagating this horrifying act to these young women and ladies. So, Mr. Speaker, I fully support what the chair of the Labour Committee has done and his team. They have been very focused. They have dedicated their time, and they've come up with a very good policy which needs to be fully supported. But my disappointing part is, Mr. Speaker, if I got the chair correctly, there is 1.5 billion that has been allocated to the anti-FGM body. But so far, only 100 million has been dispersed. How can we be able to achieve the objective if the funds are not flowing? How? We need to fight it like the way we fought the HIV and AIDS. I think the speakers before me, they made it very clear. This country was so much focused when HIV and AIDS was a big pandemic in this country. And we spoke it freely. Everywhere you go, in schools, in churches, in mosques, wherever you go, in offices, we were speaking about freely and openly and candidly. And we were there to support one another. FGM needs to be given the same approach so that we can be able to win this war. Without it, Mr. Speaker, it will just be talk, but we will never walk the talk. So it is up to us as leaders, and especially the men leadership. The women that have done their part. We've had experiences here. We've had from Honorable Millie, we've had from the medical doctors. They have shared with us the negative impacts about the FGM. But it is us, the men now, who needs to come out clearly and openly and support the FGM. Otherwise, if we leave it to the women, they have done their part. But it is now up to us. And I think I had Honorable Macau here discussing about the pleasures and what have you. And I want to tell you, Mr. Speaker, that organ which Millie and other speakers mention it, a woman who has gone through the knife, it is very difficult to satisfy her, because that is the most sensitive part of the body, and it is chopped away. You will work and you will work and you will sweat, but you will never satisfy that woman. So, Mr. Speaker, this is a serious matter. And we men, because you see, we marry these women, but if there is no pleasure, if you cannot satisfy this woman, then eventually you think that you are the problem or the woman is a problem. But in actual sense, we are the ones who are propagating this horrendous act, and it needs to come to an end. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I fully support it.
I could tell Majority Leader was wondering where the sweat is coming from. But well said, well said. Honorable